Hey everybody, this is Curtis from PSN Stores. Today we're taking a look at Indivisible, the prototype. This is from Lab Zero. They previously did Skullgirls. This game is currently on Indiegogo right now. It's sitting at at this time of recording, it's just under 600,000. Their goal is 1.5 million. They have like 11 days left. So it's going to be pretty close.
Rosie, wait!
But I thought I would, this it's really cool for one because this is, to my knowledge, the first time like an unfunded project, or a project that has yet to be funded, is putting out like a console demo or prototype, or whatever term you want to use, which is interesting. And I think it's really cool, and more, if possible, more projects should do this, because it's a good way to get word out. It's a good way to get people to know about your game if they haven't heard of it. Previously, this prototype has been available on like PC, Mac, and Linux. But now it's available to all PS4 users, so if you have a PS4, you should go download this and give it a shot, at the very least, just to see if it's something that you would like to see get made. The way they're talking is that if this does not get funded, it just won't get made. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I guess maybe there's always the opportunity that something could happen. But I guess, if this is, like, for me, it's done its job. I played through this prototype, and I want this to get made. Like, this already, like, feels really good. I think the combat's really fun, which is kind of the main portion of what you're going to be playing here. There's also some, like, Metroid-style, like, traversal stuff that it looks like it's kind of hinting at. There's not a ton of it. But I'm already in. Like, I've playing this is enough to be like, alright, this is really cool. I would like to play this, like, as a full game. So as you see, if you've played, like, Valkyrie Profile, this probably looks pretty similar. As you'll see once I get more party members as well. It's more like action turn-based, where, or active turn-based, where I'm able to attack a certain number of times, depending on each meter that's filled up. So yeah, so as you see, each button is like mapped to a character. You'll get like triangle, circle, X as well in there once we get more people. I can block, but if I'm blocking or when I'm taking damage, that meter in the top left is draining, and that is kind of a special meter that you can use to do special attacks. You can have your healers heal the party, things like that, which we'll see in a little bit. But also, other than just like hitting square to do your attack, you can also do up square or down square, or just up and a button or down and a button. And that'll do different types of things. So typically up will do like an area of effect attack where you'll hit all the enemies. Down is like a down attack. Sometimes, depending on what weapon you're using, that will like propel the enemies into the air. So later on, I can get an axe for my main character, and she can use that axe to traverse the level, which is really cool. But also that axe can do like an uppercut, and that'll like send an enemy flying into the air, and then I can combo into that with my bow, with my archer, and then continue hitting enemies as they're like just being juggled into the air. So sort of things like that is what you're looking at with a battle system that's a bit more active. So you can, once you're getting like 4 members into your party, you can like start stringing together different attacks, comboing into different enemies and things like that, which is really cool. You have 4 party members in this prototype, but if you look at the Indiegogo page, they seem to be planning for a lot more, which is really cool. So, but I don't believe they're in this, and I don't know if, I mean, I found an axe, but I don't think that there are any other like weapons you can find for her in this prototype. I could be wrong. So you can hold L1 or L2 to block, and if you do that, that'll block for the entire party, as you see that I've been doing. Or you can hit the button that's mapped to that character to block. And so depending on what you do will depend on like how fast that meter drains. And so obviously like that meter being tied to your special attacks, you want to keep that filled up as often as you can. I imagine this is probably something that will be a little different in the full game. So like, as you're seeing, my characters they start out only being able to attack once, and now they're able to attack twice, right? You unlock the ability to attack up to 3 times pretty quick in this for each character. I would guess it's probably something that would be a little bit different, like once this is a full game. They're also like, you're not getting experience points or anything like that. Like I said, the prototype is very much like about the battle system and then like traversing through levels, and that's about it. And that's all it needs to be, really. I think it does a good job of kind of demonstrating what they're going for. And like I mentioned, it's done its job on me. Like I would like to see this get made at the very least.
Look out below!
Let me show you how it's done.
Alright, so we got our third person. And here we get our axe. So if I hit R1, that'll show the map. Which right now is... it's kind of what it is right now. It's block by block kind of grid map. I don't know if that would be something that maybe later on they would add new things, maybe like highlight certain rooms or things like that, but that's what you're looking at right now. I think the square that is highlighted orange, I believe that's where we are. Let's see, so basically, like, you saw I could wall jump, right? I can also use this axe to like latch onto the wall, and that'll propel me upwards. It's not really something I can demonstrate right here. And then I can use it as like an opening attack too.
Check this out.
So, if you'll see what I'll do with my axe here, is I'll send one of these guys flying. I kind of screwed up the timing there. Send... Nope. Alright, well you can send the guy flying into the air and then you can kind of combo into it with your archer.
Heads up. Stay back. Yeah.
And now I can break through these barriers. Let's see if I can pull it off here. Nope. Really screwed that one up.
Look out below. Check this out. Look out below!
Not again.
Alright. Nope. A few times on these little guys, I've been able to like combo an axe attack before the battle starts, and I've been able to actually like, just straight up kill them without actually having to fight, which has been pretty cool. Like that you're able to do things like that. This is definitely, I mean, this definitely strikes me as something that, in a full game, as you play more and more and progress, like, this just strikes me as something that you'll be able to, like, learn new, like, there'll be things, like, you have no idea that you could even do, until you start, like, experimenting more and, like, figuring out what combos work and what don't, and, like, especially if it has as many, like, party members as they show on the Indiegogo page, like, that could be really cool, because they had quite a bit. We'll play a little bit more. There's gonna be a bigger enemy coming up soon.
Check this out. Look out below. Check this out. Get away. Stay back.
No way.
Feel the true power of the blade.
Get away. Stay back. Hey, Asta, I got this one.
What do you want?
Alright, so we got our fourth person now. And we'll take this guy out and call it. So Rosmi's more of our magic kind of healer.
Heads up. Wait.
Calm down, you guys.
And also, I mean, it goes without saying, but like, you know, this being made by the people who did Skullgirls, like that was a game that had like really cool, you know, hand-drawn animation and characters. Like it just looked really nice. And this game, you know, also looks really good. And like all these enemies, like this enemy in particular, just looks cool. Like I just love the way that this guy looks. They all animate really well. It's just a nice looking game. So yeah, that is Indivisible, a prototype for Indivisible. It is available now on the PSN store. So if you have a PS4, I would strongly urge you to go check it out. There is quite a bit more to this prototype. This is, I would say, probably around the halfway point at least. I'm not sure. I haven't finished it. There's a monster. I'm assuming the final boss of the prototype that I have yet to be able to beat. That I'm assuming is the end. There might be more after that. So it's actually a lot lengthier than I thought it would be. And again, this has been available on Mac and PC and Linux for a while. So if you also just want to check that version out, you can. This is on Indiegogo. They got about 10 or 11 days left. So if this is something that you play through and like, you can go support it there. Of course, they've still got a ways to go, so it'll be a pretty close one. I'm definitely, after playing this, I'm definitely in the camp of wanting to see it get made. I really hope this actually ends up being a full game, because what's here right now is really cool and a lot of fun. So I would like to see this get expanded out, and I figured I'd do a video maybe to help spread the word so people can see what this is, because up until today, I mean, I had heard about this, but I did not know what this was until today, and now I'm kind of sold on it. So maybe there are more people like that. Maybe there are more people that just have not heard of this, and this is the type of game that would be right up their alley. So if that's the case, go check it out, play through it, and thanks for watching.